money, you will need to convert again your money from naira back to franc CFA. That process again is forex trading. But now, this is where the key aspect comes in. How do you make money in forex trading? Now, with this first example which I gave, when going to Nigeria, you converted your money from franc CFA to naira. The rates will be different from when you will be converting your money from naira back to franc CFA. That rate will be different, and that is where the profit comes in. So if 1 naira is equivalent to 5 franc CFA, right? This is an example. If 1 naira is equivalent to 3 franc CFA, let's say, for example, 1 naira equals to 3 franc CFA. When coming back, 1.5 naira might be equal to 3 franc CFA. You see that there's a difference. Now, that 0.5 difference is what this currency booth, is what the banks, is what all these guys doing these financial transactions, is what they gain. It looks small, but overall, it's substantial, it's profitable, it's big, it's huge. Is that example a little bit clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So let me take the second example. Now, in some countries, let's use Nigeria as an example, because it actually got popular to some extent. There are these local guys they call aboki. They convert money from any currency to another. Now, we equally have them in Cameroon here. These are just local people who work on the street. They collect turnout money, any currency of money, convert it to the currency of your choice. This particular thing that they are doing, that's forex trading. Why? When you give them your money to convert it to another currency, they don't use the exact rates which you will find online. They use the rates that the bank gave them, and they add their own little amount on it. That little amount is their profit. So that particular activity that they do, that's equally forex trading. Is that example a little bit is it clear? This network's not doing me good. Shit.
Sir, we're not hearing you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my network's just glitching. Network is disturbing. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay. Was the second example clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that's the second example. Well, let's use the third example. This third example is actually a special example to me, because it's something I experienced, right? I experienced big time. Now, a while ago, if you're attentive to financial informations online, that informations about the US and other countries, political informations, basically information that affects money and their value, you notice that there came a time ago when there was some form of inflation in Nigeria, when currencies, their currency, the naira lost value. Basically, it lost its value drastically, and it turned on to be a little bit scarce. So Naira 10 ended up being a little bit scarce as of that time. Now during this time, there's an advice I gave to members of my community, of the Blue Pips community, Telegram community. I told them, hey, let's let's convert our franc CFA to Naira. By that time, 1,000 franc CFA was equivalent to 3,000 Naira. That was at the moment when I actually gave them this advice. So I personally converted about 10,000 francs, and I had 30,000 Naira. I had 30,000 Naira. So you notice that was already some profits, even though it wasn't clear, because I knew that the Naira's value cannot stay low forever. So I advised members of my community. I told them, hey, let's buy Naira. I bought Naira, like I said, personally I bought Naira worth 10,000 francs CFA. So that was, at that time, it was 30,000 Naira. So I basically gave 10,000 Naira and I took 30,000 Naira as an exchange. I told them, let's save up that money. Why? Because I knew that the Nigerian economy is an independent economy. So they will obviously try hard to boost back their currency's value, no matter what they do. Time went by, but in about 2 or 3 weeks after that day, something happened. The value of Naira was regaining its strength gradually. It was gradually regaining its strength. And guess what? At that moment, I went and exchanged back 20,000 Naira. And 20,000 Naira alone already gave me the amount which I had given with profits. So 20,000 Naira gave me that entire amount which I had given to that Aboki, to that local currency exchange guy. I gave him 20,000 Naira, but I collected back, I think it was 11,000 francs CFA. So I had 1,000 profit, but there was still 5,000, there was still 10,000 Naira standing at the side, which means that I still had profit at the end. I had profit of 10,000 Naira. Now, this is just a little explanation of what Forex trading is in the local sense. So you see that just having some degree of financial knowledge can push us to make money in Forex, not necessarily digitally, even locally. Why not? So let's look now at what Forex trading is in a digital scope. Now, all the examples that I gave were local scopes, physically applicable scope, and all the like. But now let's look at it in a digital scope, because as time goes, everything gets digitalized. So Forex trading, we are no longer looking at Forex trading as exchange of one thing against another, but we are looking at it as exchange of one currency against another using a digital platform, a digitalized platform. Let me put it that way. So in this concept, what happens in Forex trading is that we just buy a currency against another, which means that for us to buy, two currencies must be together. Two currencies must be together. You take the first currency and you give the second currency, or you take the second currency and you give the first currency. In either situation, you're either buying or selling. So what this means is that if you look at a chart, for example, well, that's how they call it. You look at the chart, for example. Let me show some of my charts here. If you look at the chart, for example, what you will notice is can you all hear me?